Hello, everyone. It is I, the Fable of Fables, your new best friend. I'm reacting to even more Transformers content. Uh, this is my second attempt trying to record this. The first one went bad, and my computer froze. It was absolute ass. Anyway, we are reacting to Magmatron. I believe that's how you say his name. Honestly, he looks interesting. He's like a three-part creature in one. It's kind of cool, actually. But as always, guys, make sure to check out Chris McFeely. Without him, we wouldn't be able to learn about this stuff. And if you guys want to support me, that'd be great. I kind of need as much help as I can get. Money's getting a little tight, and I kind of want to try to buy myself something nice before shit hits the fan again. But if you guys can't, that's cool. If you can, amazing. Anyway, let's go.
This episode, we're turning the spotlight on a character brought back to prominence this year by the Legacy toy line. So let's turn up the heat with the basics on the prehistoric Predacon who's three beasts in one. Magmatron. Released in 1999, the original Magmatron toy was produced for the Japanese version of the Beast Wars toy line.
Ooh, Beast
The figure
Wars.
was made up of three separate prehistoric.
Not gonna lie, when I saw him, my brain is just like, is he a weird triple changer? But no, he's like a weird creature created out of three creatures.
Reptiles,
Interesting.
a Giganotosaurus, an Elasmosaurus, and a Quetzalcoatlus, also known as the Landsaurus, Seasaurus, and Skysaurus, respectively, which could
Oh, the
combine
sauruses.
to form either Magmatron's robot mode
That's
or
weird.
a monstrous chimera called the Magmasaurus.
I have a question. How does this happen? Like, I'm pretty sure there's a story reason, but how does someone have that interesting of an alt form?
Charismatic and level-headed, while also being a savage warrior, Magmatron was the main villain of the Japanese original animated series, Beast Wars Neo. The series
Ooh.
saw Magmatron and his team of Predacons competing with a unit of heroic Maximals led by Big Convoy
Big
to gather
Convoy.
capsules of the mysterious Angle-Moi energy, which had been scattered across the galaxy at the conclusion of the preceding series, Beast Wars 2nd.
Oh dang.
Magmatron usually had his troops do all the work while he remained on their ship, the Dinosaur. He tended only to step onto the battlefield if there was a chance for him to fight Big Convoy one-on-one. As the
I don't know. I just like the fact that the ship's name is literally the Big Dinosaur. That's hilarious. Then again, from what I understand, Beast Wars Neo, like the Japanese version, is really fun. Sounds interesting. I'd give it a shot one day, maybe.
series progressed, it was revealed that Angle-Moi was the energy of the monster planet Unicron.
No,
When
not
Unicron's
Unicron.
servants, the Blentrons, began seeking the Angle-Moi capsules in order to revive their dormant master. The desperate Magmatron was so determined to prevent this that he was even willing to sacrifice his men's lives.
Damn,
But
dude.
his efforts were in vain. Unicron was revived in a body of pure energy that took the form of the previous Predacon leader, Galvatron, and soundly defeated Magmatron in battle. But as Unicron set out to take Cybertron itself as his new body by possessing the planet's central computer, Vector Sigma, Magmatron struck back, launching a violent attack that forced Unicron's spirit out of the machine. Unicron retaliated by draining Magmatron's energy, leaving him unable to participate in the final battle, which
Yeah,
ended
dude.
with Unicron being defeated by the Maximals. But then, in the show's final seconds, the recovered Magmatron returned for one last battle with Big Convoy,
Mwah.
after which the Maximals and Predacons laid down their arms and began working together to repair the damaged Cybertron.
Oh, that's kind of nice.
A rather different version of Magmatron's story was told in the Beast Wars Neo manga. In this take on the Neo saga, Magmatron began life as a trio of actual living animals from a
Oh.
prehistoric alien planet.
Holy
When
crap.
one of the Angle-Moi capsules crashed on this world, exposure to the energy fused the creatures together and evolved them into a transformer.
Holy
Thus,
crap,
when
dude.
Unicron set about engineering his resurrection in the manga, his final step was to devour Magmatron, consuming the Angle-Moi energy within him. Reduced to a severed head, the dying Magmatron bestowed his sword upon Big Convoy, who used it first to end Magmatron's suffering, then to destroy the reborn Unicron's new body.
Damn.
Initially a Japanese
nuts,
exclusive, Magmatron
It's kind of nuts that he gave his sword to Big Convoy like
Tron's
that.
toy was later released in Hasbro markets as part of Beast Wars sequel series Beast Machines in the year 2000. Oddly marketed as a Maximal despite retaining
Wait,
his
really?
Predacon insignia.
Why? What?
Now, in Japan, Beast Wars Neo was set thousands of years after Beast Machines, but the profile that came with this release of the toy presented an alternate interpretation of the series events that moved them to take place much earlier in the timeline, shortly before Beast Machines, in the same era as the original Beast Wars cartoon. The profile detailed how, after his search for Anglemois, Magmatron returned to Cybertron during the events of Beast Machines, when the planet was overrun by Viacon drones, and joined up with a new team of Dinobot warriors to fight them. Magmatron's adventures in this era were briefly covered in the tie-in comic book The Wreckers, published through official convention
Oh god, it's always the Wreckers.
BotCon, which told the story of how he and the Dinobots were lured into a trap by the evil alien Quintessons and destroyed by their techno-organic monster, the Dweller.
Oh god, that sounds horrifying.
Most Western fans' first major exposure to Magmatron was his starring role in IDW Publishing's 2006 Beast Wars comic book miniseries, The Gathering. In this series, which also depicted him as hailing from the original Beast Wars cartoon era, Magmatron was a respected Predacon general, instructed by the faction's ruling body, the Tri-Predacus Council, to hunt down the renegade Predacon, Megatron, who, as seen in the Beast Wars cartoon, had travelled back in time to prehistoric Earth on a mission to alter history.
Oh yeah.
Magmatron and his troops
Freaking Beast Wars is so... Like, Beast Wars is such an interesting concept with the fact that they actually go back in time, and I'm pretty sure someone's gonna correct me on that, but still, it's weird and interesting.
followed Megatron into the past, but the power-hungry Magmatron had an ulterior motive for coming to Earth. Secretly, he intended to raise an army with which he could overthrow the Council by reprogramming the many Transformers lying in stasis pods around the planet. His plan was foiled by the Maximal Razor Beast, who blew up his transwarp device just as Magmatron was attempting to return to the future, blasting him into a limbo outside of time and space. Though trapped in this timeless place, Magmatron returned in the comic's 2007 sequel, The Ascending, in which he exerted what little influence he could on the physical world to stop the rise of the Anglemois-powered Predacon Shockeract and engineer his escape back to reality. Magmatron also had a notable role in the Beast Wars Uprising prose series released through the Transformers Collectors Club in
Ooh, I think I've actually reacted to that one. That was an interesting
2016. This series was set in a dystopian
I
alternate
reacted to that
universe
one.
in which Maximals and Predacons alike were an impoverished underclass toiling under the Autobots and Decepticons.
Oh god, I hated
In this
that.
world, Magmatron was the chief engineer of the Dinosaur. When the ship was on an expedition to the planet Metascan Omega, he came into conflict with the craft's treacherous political officer, Synapse, after discovering that he was trying to prevent the crew from learning that the Maximals and Predacons back on Cybertron had risen up in rebellion against their oppressors. Magmatron went on to lead those among the crew who wished to fight in the uprising in returning to their homeworld, where they joined with other Transformers to form a vigilante team called the X-Bots, dedicated to protecting the non-combatant civilians of their world from the war.
Okay, that's the thing. I think it'd be kind of cool, but it'd also be a little sad if there was literally a group, like right there, like they said, like maybe there was a group of Transformers that didn't want to be a part of the war, and then they had like someone protecting them. But that's the problem. The war kind of gets so bad that it's not possible. I think a faction like that would be kind of cool.
Waging around them. Notably, Magmatron's appearance in this universe was based on a figure from the Japanese toy line Diaclone, 2016's Dia Battles V2, a toy that, similar to the original Magmatron, was made up of 3 component vehicles that combine together to form a robot. Since then, Magmatron's only media appearances have been a few brief showings in the Transformers Legends manga, a goofy comedy series that depicted him as the principal of a school where Big Convoy worked as a teacher.
Aww.
But then, in 2024, a new figure of Magmatron was released in the Transformers Legacy toy line. This faithful update of his original figure is the character's first new toy in the 25 years.
Dude, that looks so cool. Look at that. Okay, I think it looks kind of cool, though. I think it looks kind of nice and very refreshing design. I'm not that into collecting the toys. I'm pretty sure someone will tell me it's not that good. But hey, that's okay. I'm not a collector. I just think it's neat.
Since his introduction, and stands ready to introduce this fiery Predacon powerhouse to a whole new generation of fans.
Oops. Oops. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, those. This is embarrassing.
And those are the basics on Magmatron. Let me know if you're looking forward to his new toy as much as I am in the comments. Be sure to subscribe for more history and lore from the world of the Transformers, plus check out Patreon to get early ad-free access to new episodes.
Alright, guys, if you like this kind of content, do let me know. Actually, I might watch the basics on the Beast Wars in Japan. That sounds kind of cool. Anyway, but yeah, guys, if you like this kind of content, do like, comment, and subscribe. It means the world to me.
From
Make
the
sure to
world
check out Chris McFeely. Without him, I literally wouldn't be able to learn about frickin' Transformers. I'm not sure about you guys as well. But yeah, if you always want to support me, it's almost my birthday in January. It's almost my birthday in January, Jesus. It's almost my birthday on the 22nd. Right now I'm recording it on the 3rd. By the time this video is up, it'll probably be a lot sooner. So yeah, it means the world to me. Where I'm setting up a small goal to try to hit 500 followers. Yee. Alright, bye guys. Take care.